So one more analysis video for the day. We're looking at crypto. Bitcoin had to move up to 38,000 right around the 4-week moving average, the red line that I always look at. It rejected it, tested it, but rejected. Didn't go any further. It still appears to be in this tight range over here. So we haven't gotten a break yet either direction. Now, I appears to be favoring the bears as far as I could see, because it looks like we have a little bit of a rising wedge here. I thought it could be a bull flag, but the thing is that it keeps hitting these higher highs without follow through, and it's got an upper wick of profit taking on the last two candles. So now that's because it's trapped in this wedge. Bulls are trying to get a break. Bears are trying to keep it below. We haven't gotten a break yet, so there's really no confirmation yet. But right now, it appears to favor the bears just because it's still in a technical downtrend. Looks a bit like a bear flag if you look far out. And also that it's got a little bit of rising wedge where it's hitting these higher highs without follow through on Bitcoin. Now, we know Bitcoin is the biggest crypto. So if Bitcoin is dropping and not doing so well, it will probably affect all of the other cryptos out there and influence them because they're correlated with Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is still the sector leader. It appears like Ethereum is starting to gain on Bitcoin and becoming the sector leader. We're not too sure yet. It's a bit of a tie between the both of them. But definitely when people are trading crypto, a lot of eyes are on Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's dropping 5-10%, and you might not think that the rest of the crypto market is going to skyrocket if Bitcoin's not doing too well. Dogecoin's getting a lot of play because of this Coinbase news. Like I said, it still has that potential for the bearish head and shoulders. So this could just be forming the shoulder. Maybe it will push a bit more, starting to get a little extended, a little far from the red line over here. It could push a bit more, but it's getting a little overextended on the short term. But that Coinbase news and being listed on Coinbase and stuff like that is obviously providing a way for more people to invest, and people are funneling more money into it because of that news and that update. Cardano, very steady today, broke the resistance of yesterday, not much follow through. Similar to Bitcoin, we're setting these higher highs every day without follow through, and it's still got this clear resistance area over here that it hasn't broken yet. So our eyes are on that. How's it going to break? Is it going to break? And if it breaks, is it going to be a fake out and break back below? Or is it just not going to break and we're going to head down to test this recent low of around $1.33? Because that's our clear support. We do have higher lows on the daily over here. So if you are in a position, you could potentially set your stop loss below the low of today or the low of yesterday if you want to protect your profits. XRP still holding above $1. It appears to look more healthy to me. It looks more like a bull flag. Didn't break yesterday's high, but didn't break the yesterday's low either. Held that as support. Still got higher lows on the daily, riding the 4-period moving average on the daily. It's not overextended. This looks like one of the healthier charts to me, in my opinion. I'm assuming their court case and the verdict and stuff is probably coming up soon, so people might be buying in anticipation for that. We're looking at that. Shiba Inu got a little bit of play today, but overall looks like a dead fish still. Not too much action over here. Chart seems quiet. Broke out of this pattern without follow through, upper wick of profit taking. I don't see too much interest over here. Ethereum, again, broke yesterday's high, the day before's high, a little bit of a rising wedge where it keeps breaking these highs without follow through. We still got this clear resistance area up here that hasn't broken yet, similar to Cardano. You want to keep an eye on the higher low pattern on the daily. If it's got one higher low, three days where it's at a higher low on the daily. So if it broke today's low on the next candlestick, that would be at least a short-term red flag for Ethereum. Right now, not too much red flags. It's consolidating in a fairly healthy pattern. But again, you want to keep your eye on Bitcoin and how Bitcoin is going to break this pattern. And if so, which direction? Coinbase, look a bit like a bull flag, but not much action as of yet. Tried to break out today, no follow through. We got an inside bar. Yesterday's high was resistance. we're looking for a break on this as well. I'm assuming depending on the break of where Bitcoin breaks is probably going to affect Coinbase and Riot and Mara and some of these other guys as well. Mara appears to look more healthy than Riot, but you can see up here where this gap down is a resistance area where it hasn't filled this gap yet. So that showed weakness when it broke down over here. Riot, it did break yesterday's high. It's holding above some of the moving averages. A little bit unsure here. Just based on the candle, the way it looks, it doesn't look like we would see an explosive move tomorrow. But again, it probably really depends on Bitcoin, especially with Riot. Riot mainly mines Bitcoin. They're one of the biggest Bitcoin miners. So if Bitcoin breaks bearish, you can expect Riot to pull back. If Bitcoin breaks bullish, then Riot might see more of a further move. Let's take a look at HIVE. I know a lot of people are interested in HIVE. HIVE had a little bit of a push today. It's got that higher low on the daily. We got a low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Bulls want to push to a higher high above 339. That's our clear resistance area. Another resistance area is today's high and the high of Monday, which is $3.14. It hasn't broken that yet. It's holding above the 4-period moving average, potentially getting a bullish MACD cross over here. HIVE is very subject, or was very subject, to the price of Ethereum, but since Ethereum is moving to proof of stake and HIVE mainly mines Ethereum, not really sure how that's going to affect the stock in the longer term in terms of financials and revenue and stuff like that. So you want to keep an eye on that to see how that performs if Ethereum goes to proof of stake, and if so, how is HIVE going to continue to make money? So that's all I'm going to look at for today. Thank you for watching. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share. That's all going to help me out with the YouTube algorithms and keep me motivated to keep doing this. And also, please check out my course, Professional Trading Course, going to teach you all of this and a lot more about psychology, about trading strategies, my strategy, things that I look for, different phrases and stuff that gauge things people say, like gap ups are for selling, gap downs are for buying. Don't try to catch a falling knife. I explain all of these phrases and so much more about the indexes and market makers and algorithms, and so much more is in the course. I put it all in there, and I'd like you to check that out. So check that out as well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, guys.